The hooking device is a heavy wet fulling mill size 10. I'm choosing some 8/0 thread in brown. This colour is called camel, but doesn't really matter. I'm using a brown thread, and just bringing the thread down the body here. For the tail, I'm going to use some cock pheasant center tail. You could use bronze mallard on a cock robin pattern, but as it's for mayfly time, I'm going to use the pheasant. So I'm going to use about 1.5 times the length of the hook for the tail on this, and just trap that down. Okay, it's fairly straightforward. Then the rib, I'm going to use some French oval. Just trap it down as long as you go, like so. For the body, I'm going to use some yellow seals from the Frankie McPhillips range. There's a bright yellow and a yellow. The bright one is, I think, a little bit too bright. So you can use some sort of a yellow olive colour, whatever you think for the lake you're going to be fishing in. I think this yellow with the brown thread will be, I suppose, a dirty enough yellow for what I'm trying to achieve. Okay, so you're cooking about 2/3 of the body at least with the yellow, and then about 1/3 or so of red. A little bit more red. For the hackle, I'm going to use one of these. It's a whiting cock hackle in brown. I'm just going to strip away some of the fibres there, trim off the end of the stem, and just catch that in. Just hammer that down the fly like so. Then just rib it with your French oval gold. I'm just going to catch that in a couple of turns underneath, trim it off, and anything else that's made its way where it shouldn't be, we can trim off as well. Should be okay. And then trim off the end of your hackle, of course. Now it's up to you. You can rough the fly up. You can obviously, I've got another fly out of that. Probably get another size 10 out of that. Just use your Velcro brush lightly to rough out some of the seals for. So next I'm going to add a French partridge hackle. Just line up, just maybe it's the personal thing, but I like to have tips kind of the same on both sides if I can. So I'm just going to catch that in by the tip, but not sure it matters a whole lot where you catch it in by the tip or the stem, but a couple of turns front and behind. I'm just going to remove that tip with my hackle pliers, and I'm going to, you might want to just try and keep some of this folded as you go. Actually, I won't. just use my finger. I prefer to use my hands, but sometimes you have to use your pliers. So a couple of turns there, and then chop down that stem, and then I'm going to trim it off. And brush back those fibres out of the way. So, not too bad. I'm going to take a brownish feather from an English partridge, and let's get this thread back down there. I'm going to catch that in. I'm going to get a turn or so of this because I think it makes it a bit more leggy. Really, don't need too much. If we can get a turn or two out of it, just add some more legs. That'll be the effect I'm after. So just got 2 turns on it there, and just catch it in underneath there. 1 or 2 turns again, just bring everything back, tidy up your head area a bit, and we're just going to cut this off like so. So as this is a Cork robin, Mayfly, the cock robin has bronze mallard for the wing, so I'd like to incorporate a small bit of bronze mallard as well. So what I'm going to do is just going to add some bronze mallard. Now your typical bronze mallard feather has bronze mallard on one side and not the other. So there's different ways of tying it in. You can tie it in dabbler style, for example, but for this Mayfly I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to strip down one side, and that's removed all of the grey, which I don't want really anyway, and let's get rid of this fluff on this part as well, and it's prepared like that. And then the length is about right on this. It's just a bit the length of that. So what I can do is I can just catch that in by the tip like so. This is one of the ways you would see blue jay tied in at the front of bumbles, and it's fairly neat. And as I say, it's just the way I want the effect that I want to try and achieve here. So I don't want to tie the mallard in bunches. So this side is flat, so I'm going to rotate it towards me so that flat stem is going on to the body of the fly, and all of the bronze mallard is starting to rotate around. So 2 or 3 turns should be enough. So pretty much enough there. And just get my thread around that. Get another turn on it. Just pull it out of the way. I got a couple of turns in front here now. Just make sure that's locked down. And I'm just going to come in and snip that off. Now I could get another bit off by just making another tip on it and get another 2 turns on another fly off of that feather. So all that's really left now is just to finish the head of the fly. So look, you don't have to do this, but I'm just going to throw a hitch on it because I'm going through. Just have to go and find my whip finish tool. So I'm just going to come in, just going to go with 3 or 4 turns with that. That's all you need. And then lock it up. I'm just going to add a drop or 2 of lacquer and then cut off the thread. So we've got our partridge, our French partridge or English partridge, or you sometimes can use Hungarian, it's similar to the English grey partridge. I'm not sure which skin I picked up there. I have several, and a little bit of bronze mallard, just a little bit around it. And that's our Cork robin Mayfly. And as I say, cock robin is a good fly. Cock robin mayfly, also a good fly.